From YouTube, Nerd on the Internet said starting in a minute. BRB.
Okay. Testing. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I'm ready to start. Let me just remove this so we can assemble it or pretend that we're assembling it with a purpose later. Hold up. No, I guess it doesn't. he can't. The legs can't. Well, there's always gonna be a. It's not gonna stand like this because I guess it's cooler that way. It kind of like a sheriff kind of stands in the Western, always like legs apart and kind to be intimidating. I guess it's part of the look of the thing. Hold on, just straighten this up. Anyway, nerd on the internet here. We're gonna continue, well, finish, hopefully, building the thing. Sort of a couple of days. The this is a bit blurry. Yeah.
From YouTube, John Ventura said, "Heyo."
We started. Hey John, how you doing? Yeah, we're gonna welcome. Yeah, we're gonna try to. Yeah, I saw your pictures you posted on in the Discord. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Not hair everywhere still. I made the tickball line recently, or did I? I think I did. I do have one somewhere. I think it's like
From YouTube, John Ventura said, "Wait in" on some of the water slide decals for the tick-belang to dry to apply more.
interesting dots though. Polka dots. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I guess it's still in progress. Well, let me just get my bearings here. Alright, so yesterday we went all the way to where? To this thing. So, oh yeah, arms. -1. Yeah. So, wait a minute. Oh, I guess all of this is times 2. Okay, and then there's smaller specific things for left and right arms. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we're building the real grade Patlabor EZY from the new show here. This is the actually I can't. Where's nothing in there? Why are you so blurry? Anyway, Patlabor EZY AV-98Plus, which is a weird name because the show is set in 2030, so basically they're using it would be the same as using a classic car. So although that kind of makes sense. You do have like detective shows where the detective kind of drives around the classic car or something like that. So it kind of makes sense, I suppose, in a way. But why is this thing so blurry? Or is it just... Oh, maybe? Is this just an optical illusion? I mean, it looks in focus, but why are you so blurry? Alright, we're close enough. Yeah, so let's build this thing. So, Kiss from 2026 came out, like that's a very recent pre-order. Well, look at somehow managed to get a copy of, and I've been waiting for this, for both the show and the kit for a while. I haven't seen the show yet. Apparently it's a direct-to-theater thing or direct-to-DVD. I'm not sure exactly. Not DVD, Blu-ray. Well, I don't even know they, to be honest, yeah, I don't even know if people still make Blu-rays these days. If the manufacturers even assume, like, they still release movies on Blu-ray. It feels weird about it because, like, everything's going, trying to be a streaming service these days. So, and I feel like I heard somewhere that lots of Blu-ray manufacturers like shut down. Anyway, let's get to building. This is mostly head parts, so I don't really need this just now. All right, let's focus here. So we need two 04-1. So we need F1, F2. No, F26, F27, F29, F25. Yeah, basically, I'll just get everything from here. So everything on F for the time being. Because the arms do appear like they, well, they're mostly identical. Mostly. Do both of them? Yeah, both of them stretch. This looks like one of the gimmicks of the original Patlabor was that the arm had like a telescopic thing that reached out to grab the gun, and it looks like it's on both arms of this thing. Give me a second. I need to grab some tea. I almost didn't have a stream. Well, there's a thunderstorm. Well, there was a thunderstorm here earlier. Still a little bit of rumbling. I'm just kind of worried because it has happened before, like in the middle of a thunderstorm. A lightning strike caused everything to shut down. I think it was building Luke Skywalker figurized standard kit. Something there at the end, like the stream just got off because of the thunderstorm. Well, my UPS blew up. It seems like the storm is going away. Alright, I have no idea. It seems to be too close, at the same time too far. Okay, it seems in focus, but at the same time, like, it's just a bit blurry. Alright, we'll just manage, we'll just power on through. We're just getting all the parts off F, because that's pretty much all there's left in terms of inner frame here. Up this one more. I have to be careful because I'll probably miss a few parts here. You know, undergatos on this one. That's F2, hopefully nothing left on here. Alright. Now we take F1, we do the same thing. You know, the baton, or the nightsticks. Batons? At least baton. Sadly, the mechanism here, it looks telescopic. It looks like it would pop out, but we don't have. I mean, even for like a master grade, I don't think that it does that. We don't get like a something that basically, well, actually, I don't know. Does it do that? I think it does, right? Like in the show, like it does have like it just has the same thing. What's it called? Like kind of like an antenna that just slides out. There's a word for it, telescopic, but somehow it doesn't seem right. Scope, or I mean look afar, but somehow it came to mean like that mechanism where like old telescopes would like fold out. It's basically like a fold out umbrella, but not really. Telescopic I think is the word we use. It's like one of those words that's wrong for the thing it describes. Which is interesting. I think the cat is busy downstairs today. Well, busy. Just chilling downstairs for now. I don't know if she's gonna show up. Okay, this is all F2. Still kind of wasteful. They have like a huge, massive plastic left over there. That has. I have to figure out how to recycle this now. Alright, so this goes here. We have a bit of the tubing left. We're not gonna be using that, so I don't think. It's a pile of F. Put that over here. Okay, let's start. We also need G. G8. Well, it looks like do the same thing essentially. So we're kind of. I thought it would take a bit longer, but it seems like this might go by quickly. We should be able to be done with this somewhat early. Well, I probably would have taken like an extra hour and a half if I tried to finish yesterday, so probably a good thing I took a break. Hour and a half plus also had to do reviews and everything, so except this time we can take our time a bit. We're looking at this thing. This is G2. And G1. Hold on a second. Where's the thing when I need one? I feel like the screen is a little bit blurry. So no idea. Maybe that did something, maybe that didn't do anything. Maybe the cat kind of rubbed against the screen yesterday and left smudges or something. Alright, so let's keep going. We're gonna try to, so we're doing G, I think I did this side. Hold apart when nipping so it doesn't shift. Actually, I don't know what this thing is. Sometimes the blade feels like it, well, it like deforms a little bit, and eventually it's misaligned when it cuts, so it's no longer like a clean cut. It's more like kind of like scissors where the hinge got loose. I think that's one of the problems with these design flaws with nippers is that the hinge eventually wears down and it doesn't line up anymore, which is kind of a pain given how expensive these things are. Right. F, G, bottle of F, bottle of G, and then let's build this thing. So we need F27, F26, G8, like the Summit. Oh, does he even still do those? I don't know. Does he have point to those things anymore? F25, looks like these, I guess, the things with the ender gates. And F29, which are the extendable arm parts. Oh, I have no idea. Feels like the camera is blurry. I'd say that it's not blurry. Maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me. Alright, so where? It's only been one day. We're losing track of things. Let's file the nubs a bit here. And gently remove everything that's needed, all the nuts, and gently. Maybe I should try to nip a bit closer because it's quite a lot left. Well, we're basically done with these, the F runners, I'm sure. The ones which are a bit soft and leave kind of a residue, not residue, like a shavings that kind of stick. So we shouldn't have this problem again. I don't know if trying to remove them actually makes the problem visually worse. Alright, oh wait, we have the ones with the undergates. That is F25. I'm gonna make it so that instead of like pressing, you need to like have nippers that slice or like saw through the material rather than like cut at an angle. Maybe this was like circular, maybe, I don't know. But like pressing directly like that squeezes the material more than it does. It doesn't actually, well, it cuts, but it's basically shearing, not slicing, which probably leaves worse. Like artifacts. I got slides. Oops. Slides in and out quite easily. So this sphere, this arm bit. And take G8 goes that way, pops on there. Oops, doesn't want to stay in. Why? Stay in your floor. Pop in there. There we go. And cover it up with this thing here, and we've got some nubs here. leftovers. Actually, seems like I've got nubs everywhere. That's one side. Control plus. This here thing. Oh, luckily I didn't mistake those for nubs. So there's little protrusions in there that become our. It doesn't actually. No, there's not. Like these little things are mounted on hinges, but they have little hinges here, but it doesn't actually move much. Oh well. This is actually this way, so might as well. Oh, I should just put these on first. So do the same thing again with this one, F26, F29. What is it, number 4? No, 1, 2. Okay. And like so, and also this. Trim as needed. Again, forgot the nub in the exact same place. Looks like this material is like you file it actually worse. I think sanding it's also gonna make it not look very good. And yeah, it doesn't oh, it does. Okay. Well, it swivels, but okay, now it's stuck. Oops. I guess it's not meant to swivel. What the? Okay, let's just leave it at that. What the hell did that? Oh, it is supposed to be like that. Okay. It's supposed to pop out a little bit. Okay, so we got 2 forearms. -4-2. More arm pieces. So this whole thing. 04-2 C14. C. $14. So I'm guessing I should be safe. Let's get this whole thing here. It should be all the arm parts. I'm gonna get that area. Lots of undergates, mostly undergates. And kind of a large thing here, so do a double nip. leave this one alone, I guess. Flexible to differentiate left and right when it comes down to it. It's kind of hard. Flip it upside down would be a little more accessible. Go as deep as you can to take advantage of, well, leverage, which is another word for advantage. That's all of C2. Eat that over there. Pile of C over here. Oh, so we need C14 and C13 as well as F28. Let's clean those up a bit. Degunk the file here with a brush, preferably a stiff brush, just get the dust out in between the teeth. Sorry, this is a bit loud. F28 again times 2. C14 is symmetrical, so Where? That'll be the up arm. For some reason, mechas always have very skinny upper arms. Well, very short upper arms. Long. No, the proportions are always a bit weird. Long, like legs, short long tibias, shins, long forearms, short upper limbs. Yeah, that's that. And then we need, also still on 04-2, we need G7, G11, and G12. Kind of the same deal as the knee here. It doesn't have, it's not like a, which is kind of a little bit of a disappointment. There's no, it's not like the housing is an extra part, the rubber housing is an extra part around the mechanical thing. I guess in a way Bandai has learned from the complainers on the internet, or just because something's a little difficult, they'll whine about, this is too hard, I can't do it, my little fat fingers can't handle this. And then, for all the wrong reasons, Bandai, well, the manufacturers, especially Japanese one, think that, no, we need to listen to our customers. Any customer who complains means like all the customers are complaining. And we end up with things like these. I guess mechanically, for at least for design perspective, it's like this is a very small parts, so trying to fit both the housing and like internal mechanical things in the same space would be a bit difficult. Well, not difficult, it's easier this way. It's like you don't have to build it, like design something complicated. But it's not the same. Anyway. Yeah, if you were to guess, I'm not on the, like everybody's like saying, oh, the new wheel blades are better on the side. Like the old wheel blades are actually doing their job properly. They were doing what they set out to do. Be something difficult. Is this what you call a hot take? I have no idea. Alright, so that's the elbow. So pops in there with the short bit pointing that way. It is symmetrical front and back, so it doesn't matter which way. And then we just connect this thing. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's gonna come out. Yeah, it's not. Could have been better if this was like, I understand it would probably be like thinner and you would probably need like some, I mean they tried to do that with the movie, the real, the live action movie kit. Some success, I think. And they've then done that with like most of the older kit. So in a way, the older kits are more faithful to the original design. And these are just like fake joints, not real joints. You can't really call it real grade, can ya? Alright, so now the shoulders, which is 04-3, we need times 2 again, G9, G13, G10, There's a little arrow here pointing up. Little arrow pointing up, so you know which way up is. Alright, so take one of these, this one pointing up. Wait, that's not right. Pointing up and close. So G13 onto G10. Pay attention to the little arrow. Close it up with G9. There we go. Shoulders. Now, 04-. Well, okay. 04-4. The 04-4 is watching. Oh wait, there's a little bit. Oh, very soft watching here. Interesting design. There's like an inner peg and an outer peg. Let's get rid of some. There we go. Clicks in place. There. Arms. Well, now we move on to right arm. 04-. Different number. Nope. 04-5 right arm. So we need from B. We need. Let's just get everything off here. This is C. This is, I think, F. Let's get everything. There's not a lot of parts left, so it'll be fine. Cut gently here. Wait, 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. Actually, let's do this proper. This might be a reason why I am taking this is like a 3-parter instead of a 2-parter, because usually I just nip everything off, make piles. As this one, I've been kind of slowly only getting the parts off the runner when I need them. Yes, that. And we need B3, B2, B1. Where's the one? Oh, could be this one, I don't know. D115. Or D215. Oh, this one's D115. Oh, one of these. And that's it. No, C10. Which appears to be this. Same. Indicator here. It was on the gate, so kind of in a annoying position here. Alright, so B3 here, C10, and the sides, assuming the undergates were cleaned properly, B1 and B2 should kind of help hold all of this together. So press it down. Oh, stick. Yeah, it's still kind of a gap though. Eventually we'll need plastic cement to kind of close these kind of annoying gaps, which could be because of the gates not being cleaned properly. And then this thing on here, how am I supposed to get the arm out though? Okay. Now, some hands. Oh, I'm just gonna get all the hands. One thing kind of disappointing with this one, even though it's a real grade, I'm guessing this is something that's started a while ago. They stopped adding fully articulated hands with the real grade kits. That's a bit sad to see. Would be nice to have like at least a semi-articulated a thing here. Hand parts. Right. Use the open hands to start with. This is that's a right arm, right? Right arm. Now they all have different pegs and holes for the hands to fit on, so now we need instructions for these. This is basically I5. This is what I runner is. I1. The I1 runner is just hand parts. Again, would have been nice if we had. Is this even, I mean, it's not. It has some nice features, but I wouldn't call this real grade, to be honest. Opinions may vary, but I mean, it's not the real grade I know. It's a bit less than real grade compared to the early real grades. Which again, it's a skill issue. People complaining about old real grades. The so-called early real grade syndrome is just skill and mostly failing to recognize what those kits are for. Very nice detail though. All the little markings and lines here, tips of the fingers. I mean, you can have like fixed posed hands, but just one set of somewhat articulated hands would be nice. So you can have extra posing options. And where does this one go? Let me just put all the hands together here. We have closed fists, which, why? I mean, I guess for punching, which you're not supposed to. They get yelled at for punching at things with these very, very expensive pieces of equipment. Cost. This is probably the most expensive, one of the more expensive parts of the whole thing, aside from the training data, which is a thing. Everybody's talking about AI, but Control Labor, which came out in like the 90s, already lots of things about training the AI that not the large language, it's basically like the model which allows labors to move accurately and efficiently based on training data from their pilots. There's like multiple arcs of industrial espionage, people trying to steal that data, the training models. Fast forward 30 years later, we're still at the same spot. Okay, where does this go? And nope. This one? This would be for the gun. No, we don't have. We do have a gun. That would be for. Well, that's kind of annoying. You have to separate these to be able to put the baton in.
From YouTube, John Ventura said, "Mac, call it a night. Have a good one."
All right, John, good night. Okay, so we have one gun hand. Yeah, we only have one gun hand. Just the one gun hand. It seems like, yep, you can just pull this off. And pull the
From
finger.
Twitch, Nekora said, "Ninny John."
Oh. Hey, Cora, how you doing? Didn't see you lurking there.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "Hi nerd."
How are you doing? Seems like it's been a while. We're giving manicures here. I think that's what a manicure is. I've never had one. So that's all the hands. A collection of hands here. Make it a serial killer. 1, 2, we have 7 hands. So symmetrically fist.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "Actually, just woke up scared af."
Scared of what? Yeah, we have.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "Woke up to a sharp prick on my finger."
Oh, Australia. Make sure it's not a drop bear or something. Let's sneak into your house. Oh, it's not the season, I guess, right now.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "What if it cancer, oh god."
Or prick on, well, I mean, right hand, touch in, and shoop. That's called a handshake. How you doing, sir? Wait, no. I need another right hand. Telescopic handshake. Yeah, be careful. I don't think it's necessarily cancer at this stage. Okay, so oh wait, that was 04-6.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said there's no mark is the thing, all internal.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. You pinched something. It's called growing old. Get used to it. Alright, so 04-7 was still on the right arm. We need C16, H 5. There's 2 of them, so I'm gonna get both. Well, actually, what is this for? Those are shiny.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said I'm old sob.
Yeah. When you get older, you go to sleep, you wake up injured. Getting every part off. On each here. We'll deal with what goes where later. So it'll be the face part, I guess.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said how to building going.
Hey, this is part 3. We're almost done. We have just the spectacles. Hey, 3 spectacles. We just have arms and a few odd things left. Arms and head. Alright. So we need this one each. What? H7, which appears to be this one. There's a little thingamajiggy. So what would be it? Alright, so we need C12, C11, 12, and C115. I hope those are the right things. Alright, that's all the parts. Clean up this bit a bit. Should have been here yesterday. The cat was constantly interrupting, which is partly why we're having a part 3 of this build. Well, she was interrupting during part 1 and 2. Things dragged on a bit.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said, oh dear.
Comes over, just sits straight up on the instructions. I'll just place down the instruction.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "Where is out lovely kitty girl?"
She's downstairs, probably. Well, I fed her before starting the build, so she might be digesting, just relaxing. Which might be a way to deal with her, like feed her a little later. So she's not, doesn't have a, well, she has to lie down for a bit after she eats.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "Noise."
Still have a bit of a thunderstorm going over here. Well, it's a bit farther away now. It was much closer. Alright, so H27 also has an Undergato. Undergato here, Undergato there. Alright, so we have a little marking on this side, that's H27. Pop that into, wait, there's another thing here. The nub on the axle. Pop this in here, like so. Make sure it goes in on the way, make sure you don't crack the plastic though. This is, for some reason, chrome plated plastic is always somewhat brittle. And make sure we got all the indicators here as well. So there we go. A bit crunchy, but okay. And C11. Are they identical? I think they're identical. Just all mirror images. Alright, so C12. Like so. Oh, wait. Oh, first we need to put this thing on somehow. Double axled part here. There's an inner axle and outer axle. Oh, hinge, not axle. Axles spin freely. Hinge has limits. That's a bit stiff though. C11. Line this up. There we go. Shoulder part. 04 dash. Zoom in a bit because I feel like I'm getting a bit closer for this. 04-8. We need A9.
From Twitch, Nekora said, "Oh yeah, it's all common together."
A9, A11. Indeed. That was a bit of music, but sure. So, which way do you point? Forward? I'm trying to refer to the, okay. This one. Assuming this is front is to point that way, so this is H24. Alright, so we got some patterns and things on here. And assuming these are meant to be a bit shiny, to be able to, well, they're like the light sources in the, what's it called anyway, this thing that's the emergency lights? Not hazard lights, the emergency lights thing. I don't know what they're called. Thing that cops have. Well, emergency vehicle. Well, I guess emergency lights. Alright, so try not to cut myself here.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said light pipe.
Light pipe.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said oh no.
Because those are very, very small parts, and sometimes you're like holding these at the very tip of your fingers and you're trying to cut something, so you gotta be careful.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said never mind.
Alright, so we got ourselves a chrome marker. What we could do is, whatever's going on with the music, I don't know. I'm not going to pay attention to it. Gonna chrome this up a little bit more. Make it super reflective. I can, well, you probably can't tell. It's probably not doing much, but it's adding a little bit more reflectiveness on this thing. I think, at least. Maybe. Who knows? Not sure. Anyway. Make this a bit reflective, and which way do you go? Like this. And get the dust out. Like that.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said hell yeah, Choom. Chrome yourself before you dome yourself.
I haven't played that game. I feel like that's from a game. The word Choom. Or it could be from that. Anyway, we got ourselves some fancy schmancy lights there. Nice. Okay, that was 04-8. And also need to do this little thingy. There we go. Arm.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said cyberpunk, but also it's an anime.
Yeah. I thought it was from something like that. There we go. We got ourselves. It feels like Robocopy, which is
From
fitting.
Twitch, Nekora Core said nice arm.
Yeah, it can give you a hand from a distance. It's both Robocop and Inspector Gadget in one. It is a police vehicle, so makes sense. Now we do. It says to flex it, but
From Twitch, Nekora said lol.
Oh, anyway, 05-1. Why did we change numbers for this? 05-1. We're doing the same numbers for the right one. Now we're switching it up for the left one. Alright, same thing essentially. We just try to go as fast as we can. This, that. What else? And these. Here, things. And get everything off this runner. Alright, I think that's all of it. Okay, that's all of runner B. Get that over there. I think we do have all the parts that we need. There also is a revolver, we'll see to that in a minute. We also need these two, so let's just get these off while we're here. That's A8 and A10. Right, so we need part from 04-4 plus C10, C210. Well, 2 is kind of redundant. All those nubs. Front. So, and back. This is B4. Oh, that was a big thunder thing here. I don't know if it's picked up by the mic. Probably not. I think the storm has passed, just like leftovers. Been having a drought for a while. Then the last few days it's just been raining. Which that's what summer should be like.
From Twitch, Nekora said whoa.
I don't think it picked up on mic though. Wait, I don't need this. Not yet. This one. We need B6 and B5.
From Twitch, Nekora said it picked up nerd. It picked up.
Oh. I need to tweak the settings though. It's not supposed to pick up noises from far away like that. Switched to Linux a little while ago. There's still some settings I haven't. I mean, I had it set up on my Windows. Well, it's the same machine, but when I was running Windows, I had everything set up already. I have to like redo everything here, but the devices are not the same, the behaviors are not the same.
From Twitch, Nekora said that's good to hear.
everybody's saying, yeah, fed up with Windows. Need to actually
From Twitch, Nekora Core said which flavor?
I'm just using Fedora for now. I'm thinking maybe I should try Arch. Maybe. Gaps. I don't like these gaps. Just wiggle that in, massage that thing in here. It's not going in any further. I have to clamp this down and glue it. Oh yeah, using Fedora for now. I had lots of... I mean, it's... Probably should... Arch will be fine, I guess. It's not like that have... Well... Mint might be fine. I don't have that bleeding in like new hardware, and to be frank, like the constant Fedora updates a lot. Like you have updates almost every day. You have like hundreds of system packages saying, oh, an update is available. Oh, a new security patch is available. Like, calm down. And
From Twitch, Nekora Core said Mint does sound good too.
D215, B5, B6, and then the ARM, well, the hand we did earlier. Yeah, Mint is like, well, because it's Ubuntu based and Debian based by extension, it's a bit more familiar, and you have like more options. The problem with Fedora is, you probably know this already, it's like very open source oriented, so there's a bunch of like proprietary stuff that you have to...
From Twitch, Nekora Core said I tried them briefly, and Wint was better than Arch IMO.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I kind of like the principle of like the rolling updates Arch has. That kind of makes sense to me, rather than having to do like a full dist upgrade update every now and then. Let dist upgrade like every, I don't know, year and a half or however the LTS cycle looks like. Okay, we're on 05-2.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said Wint, Jesus, Mint asterisk.
Oh, I thought you said Mint. Like Wint. Well, I mean, the whole point of Cinnamon is to like, so that you're familiar with Windows 7, I think. That's kind of the point. I mean, I do have a, I might put Mint on. I'll have an old, well, older PC attached to my TV in the living room, so I might put Mint on there and see how that goes. Basically, try them both at the same time, but maybe switch. I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like I've sunk like multiple hours configuring Fedora at this point, so I have to start over with another one. But yeah, then again, like, Debian is more familiar, so I probably would have an easier time of it. And I feel like Ubuntu has like much... Well, no, actually no. Arch has a more, well, smaller community, but you're more likely to get help there. Like if something breaks, there's going to be a wiki article about it. Someone has a solution. Most of the stuff, when you Google problems on Linux, you end up on the Arch wiki, because they have the most information. Yeah, the fun stuff is getting all the, well, the games work. That's one thing that's like most of the games, most of the apps that oops, wait, hold on. No, wait, that is correct. We're doing the left one now.
From Twitch, Nekora said good thinkin'.
Yeah, most of the well, some games took a bit of effort, but turns out it was just well, the mods I was using. Apparently DLL injection is kind of frowned upon in this. Like injecting stuff, code at runtime, which is something you can do on Windows. Not so much on Linux. Probably like a security thing, I imagine. What am I doing with this? I don't know. I just picked it up. Oh, wait, was that not supposed to do that? Hopefully that wasn't a piece of... a functional piece and not a nub. Alright, let's just put that down for now. Okay, so we are at 05-2, C216, H5, H6, that together. But yeah, like, if Mint is easier, I might put it on my kids' computers eventually. And hardware support should be the same, I feel. It shouldn't be like much of a different. Okay, this one's off. What the hell? That doesn't seem right. It's a bit lopsided. Or it could be an optical illusion. Optical illusion, probably. Alright, well, whatever. It's close enough, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not using Ubuntu directly because snap packages are Satan's gooch, as Cena would put it. Couch? Gooch? I don't know. Snap packages are a piece of crap, so let's just put it this way. Flatpak's also a piece of crap, but oh well. An old man ranting about Linux.
From Twitch, Nekora said Ubuntu incorporated AI.
Yeah. I feel like Fedora does slightly sketchy stuff at times.
From Twitch, Nekora said so fuck em.
Yeah, I can't, the canonical has, well, are they non-profit? I don't know. But they are a big company, which is a problem in itself. On the one hand, you're like, oh, big companies support, but then they do sketchy stuff. They'll have deals because they're, like Firefox sometimes does. They do have a deal with Google to have their defaults, in order to get money out of it. Oops, what the hell? This is very, very stiff. I wonder if this is on purpose or if this is just a mistake. They're very, very stiff. Much stiffer than everything else. Alright, so yeah, Mozilla's kind of dumb. A bit silly. They mean well, but they're silly. Which is, like, a bit insane. How often are you gonna be silly like that? Chrome it up. And get it all over my fingers as well. probably shouldn't have done that just yet. Okay, let's find a thing to kind of hold this. Like that. Let's clean. We're still on 05-2. We'll clean A8. Pieces everywhere. Gently file this and file that. Pull the dust away.
From Twitch, Necroracore said also DuckDuck might have ties to EZY, also I've switched that shit out.
Yeah, apparently DuckDuckGo, the search results are from
Twitch,
Bing.
Necroracore said it'll take a bit till we know for sure.
It's kind of a problem. Like any company wants to do business will have to deal with governments and stuff and pressures, I guess. But yeah, DuckDuckGo apparently I don't know where I saw this, but like the search results are from Bing. So all the search results we're getting from DuckDuckGo is just like filtered, well, slightly sanitized Bing results. Which, okay, I guess. Isn't the worst thing, but come on. There's, like self-hosted solutions. Probably need to look into. Like stuff if you have like a home server of some sort, something running, like you can have like host your own like search engine. Well, it's more like a indexer, which probably works with has a peer-to-peer network or something, but to like get more results. And there we go. I was talking, I did all this. Alright, this is on left arm. With a very tight like what the stiff thing here. Alright, so right arm, left arm. We're making progress.
From Twitch, Necroracore said nice work.
We'll do some. It says to do some calisthenics.
From Twitch, Necroracore said GJ.
Fit tightly as far as it will go. So basically, yeah, you have to do some exercise here. That's what they're telling us to do. Actually, let me see how this looks. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, okay, look. That's nice. Like, they have, like, self-locking mechanisms here. It's like kind of a half moon type thing, and it like fits in here, and then you like twist it to like lock it in, so which is nice. Well, once we do the assembly part, we'll look at this more closely. But for now, we do the head unit. For all of those following at home, we have the step up there. Alright, so we need the runner. See, we're almost out of runners. So I'm just gonna get everything else. Let me get all the other parts. Everything. What is this? Hopefully this is right. Okay. There's like on the search engine thing, there's like something called.
From Twitch, Necroracore said PLAs remember to do your daily Gundam calisthenics warm-ups.
Yeah, otherwise you. Oh, Gundam is like 40 years old or something. Well, over 50 years. No, hold on. 70s. It's over 50 years old. 60 years old? It's very, very old. I thought I was old. No, there are older people than me, but they don't count. Go look at the Great Pyramids, like youngsters. Get all the parts off here. The last interesting technique.
From Twitch, Nekora said hahaha.
You have a hole here, and you can kind of have interesting shapes injected. It sounds like Pokemon music. Apparently a lot of Nintendo music is actually just old music that trademarked.
From Twitch, Nekora said yeep. Back in my day, we didn't need no fancy schmancy pyramids. From Twitch, Nekora said we slept in caves like real men.
Yep. Or in trees. On branches. While the predators were like circling us at night. Okay, that's all of C1, I hope. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it running nearby just in case I forgot something on it. So get our visor and something else. That's the only things left on here, so I'm gonna get those two. You're overheating, are you? No vocals while I'm building things. Oh, there's more. Tiny piece that's gonna fly off. Oh, it didn't fly off. Let's put that over there, put this over here, put that over there. Way over there in the far blurry distance. And we get whatever else is left here. I think that's all of it. Yep, seems alright. Alright, so let's just put all the things in piles. Alright, don't make this. Eat. Alright, so we need C. C7. And rabbit ears. Back in the day, you knew a mecha was a mecha by the rabbit ears, which were supposed to be, well, basically satellite antennas. For some reason, in the 90s, in Japan, if you were an android or some kind of mecha, you needed, you were the protagonist mecha, you needed rabbit ears. The bad guy had horns, usually. Or not rabbit ears. Where is this Where are the nubs?
From Twitch, Nekora Core said dat thing pick up the 5G, the satellite comms.
Yes, Hatcom. That's what it is. Alright, so C6 and C7 and C9 gently pile this down. C9 with all those undergate hooks. Bit of a gap, but let's see here. The thunder's coming back. There's a little thing here. Oh, am I supposed to stickers on here? Wait, what is that?
From Twitch, Nekora Core said woo woo damn.
And tip of the thing here. Now hopefully I finish before the thunder comes. I don't think well, hopefully not. It has happened, I have my stream, one of my streams was interrupted by lightning before.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said is the kitty scared from the thunder.
Nah, I don't think she cares. Hey, well, she's not around. She's downstairs. No idea. I don't think she's bothered by it. I don't think she doesn't really care about loud noises as much. Rabbit ears. Alright. Now, 06-06-2 C18, which is this thing. I219, which is this thing. Oh, wait. Yeah. Doesn't care about, I don't think she cares about fireworks, loud noises outside. If it's a loud noises inside, she might care, but she can figure out, yeah, this is outside, not my problem.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said okay, I'm ready to have my lunch.
That was interesting. Am I still live? It says I'm still live. Things kind of flickered for a bit. We're fine. Yeah, that was kind of close. So Okay, so this little dewey here slides in here. Let's try not to break this. It lines up. That's an interesting way to get these all together. Now, I guess the rain is back. Now we got a hinged back of the head. That's a little bit interesting. It is raining heavily outside. Oh, it's not hinged. It's just, it slides into this hole. So it doesn't actually move. Oh. Oh well. A bit disappointing. The headgear, so to speak. That's what we have here. Carefully. Don't press that in all the way here. Press that in all the way there. Oops. Make sure you don't like press here to like break something. Alright, that fits nicely. Headgear. There you go. Now, F9, which is the, well, I don't think the brains of the thing are in the head. It just has sensors up there, cameras and whatnot. Mechas don't need a head. Technically. How do you explain having a head with a face? You just can't. Alright, so we need F. It's F-18. Okay, the rain is kind of heavy, right? No, that's not even the right part. That's not it. This is it. F-19. Very heavy rain outside. Hopefully we don't get more lightning. So F-19 and F-18 join together. Sensor array of some sort. Okay, that's a very heavy rains. Goes in this way. Oh wait, there we go. You got those little things in the back. I don't know what those are. Hidden mechanical details. Now, 06-3, we take F1, well, F10. F10, which with H2 9, which is the fascia, the face. Alright, so we need 18, 19 stickers, which are dark circle or clear, clear circle. 18, 19, 18 and 19. Okay, so we're supposed to be, actually you're supposed to like, there's two 18s. Where's the other 18 go? 18 and 18. Where does this go? This is a spare, I guess. Yeah, looks like a spare. Yeah, so it says to paint this little thing. Which I'm just gonna use myself some of this. Rather than the other thing. I don't know if I have I probably do. I'm gonna try a few options here. Like proper red. Need to get more. This is a bit more pink than necessary. We're just adding a few layers. Let's make it brown. Look at that. That looks silver. Okay, no. Not that one. Let's try this one. Make it a little more high contrast, I guess. Alright, so now while we're here, let's just douse this a bit with a bit more chrome. let it dry a bit, I guess, before continuing. Yeah, let's not overdo it. Alright, so in the back here, and now I have to leave it to dry. Meanwhile, drying off, I guess. So, back. Here. Like so. Take A7 and C3.
From Twitch, Nekora Corset I back.
Missed the massive thunder clap in just as you were leaving for lunch. Alright, so A7. With fingerprints and dust all over the place. Alright, so we hold it like so, put this thing on there. Oops. Push this with a stick. There we go. No, we got fingerprints everywhere. Too late. And then
From Twitch, Nekora Corset Oof, was that cut there before?
cut this. No, that's just paint. That's just paint. I painted some dots. Which completely pointless because you can't really tell.
From Twitch, Nekora Corset that. Oh, okay.
The house is shaking a bit. And you slide this whole brain part. Now, that's the headgear logo. The arrangement of screws, flathead screws. That's the, I assume, I believe. There's a headgear logo. No headgear logo? How dare you? Where's the headgear logo?
From Twitch, Nekora Corset cool, nice.
You don't? Show it anywhere. What the hell? But that is the headgear logo, like seen in the title opening of the anime. Alright, so we're getting places. Oops, no, fly off. We're getting places. Get our brains. Well, it's not the brains, the sensors, essentially. The brain is in the cockpit. 03-4. Why would you put sensitive equipment like, well, like the CPU in the actual head? That makes no sense. That's just the sensors. And if it, well, like the sat com antenna thing here. Well, sat nav, I guess. No, not sat nav. File. Alright, so we see 1, 5. And A2 is symmetrical, so we just pop that in there and push it down like so. Stick is a very useful tool, on the probably the oldest tool humanity has used, if you think about it. This is lighter than rock. And if you start out in trees, I like to have stick around rather than rock. Now clip that on there. Wait, that's right. Oh, it fell out. There you go. Stab and twist. As you would a former lover.
From Twitch, Nekorakor said, "Yo, bro, pass the unga bunga when done."
Oh, lots of dust on this thing. So we gotta get this clipped on somehow. Quite a large gap between the panels there, so let's push down using that table. Like that. No, there's dust in there, and I don't think I'll be able to get that out. So maybe. Nope. Oh well. Finally, you just take this thing and you put the head on the head. The helmet. Oh, the screws. The screws show through for the holes there. The nice little detail. Oh shit. There's like leftover nubs here I didn't notice. Hopefully that's enough to make it fit. Alright, so finally slide our helmet on here. Kind of locks in place. Very nice. Head. This is the classic. You have anything on the side of your head there? Nope. Classic. This is the, when you think mecha, this is what you think about. Japanese mecha, this is what comes to mind. I feel like this could have been like separate plastic. This is real gray. It should have been like this little gray here. The inside thing here should have been like a different.
From Twitch,
plastic.
Nekora said looks great.
Except we got this left over. I don't know what this is for. Did I? This looks important. I don't know if I missed something here. Well, we'll see. What is this even? Where would that even go?
From Twitch, Nekora said uh-oh.
It doesn't seem like... Oh. The hell? Oh, there's an alternate face. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There's an alternate face, so if you are using this with a different face shield, I guess. So you have alternate builds. That's why we have this thing here. If you're using with a face shield, this thing, let me just clean that up real quick. So you have like an alternate face, you put that on there. And shove it in. You gotta, like, this is the face when you use the right gear type thing. Technically this should be part of the face visor here, just like flips up and covers the eyes. But I guess they couldn't. Maybe just, yeah, just swap it out, it seems.
From Twitch, Nekora said ooh cool.
Okay, that's a bit more complicated to swap out. Well, we'll check out the instruction a bit. For now, let's just leave this alone. Alright, let's build. So that was the face. Now, 07. Zero 07 to well, let's go all the way to 12, 13, the whole thing. Oh yeah, man, there's a bunch of odd parts there. close enough. From 7 to whatever else. So we'll just finish up. We're just gonna do. This is the revolver cannon. That's what it's called technically, because even though this is like a revolver, it's basically fires cannon shells. This is mostly a like a psychological choice, because this is a mecha, so it doesn't need to have like a revolver. It's a police thing. It's just like a cannon-looking thing. Instead, it has a very like detective, Dirty Harry style revolver thing here. Is this even gonna hold? Like, pop that in here, what's gonna happen? Oh, okay. Somehow there's hinges here. And it revolves. It spins. Well, it doesn't spin freely, but it does turn. Alright, so we got ourselves our revolver cannon, which again, this is a 124 scale. No, yeah, 148 scale, so 50 times bigger than this. Imagine that. It does have a shotgun as well, but not Tyson shotgun.
From Twitch, Nekora Core said the revolver revolves. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. It performed its duties. Now we'll do the shield. That's a 08. Or how does this say? I think the kids these days say it revolves after 10. Carefully not to trim off my fingertips. We need this thing, that thing. This is D1, D2. That was D1, D4 before.
From Twitch,
D1, D2.
Nekora Core said, "Oh, I'm not down with the lingo of these youngins."
Yeah, kids these days, they use the words, which is us old folks with our fingertips that hurt in the middle of the night or middle of the day. I don't know if they were taking your nap. This could be part of detail I'm erasing here. Hopefully not. Okay. So we'll just put B31 plus D1, D2 to F36. Get some shiny. That's a shiny new shield. Very nice. And on the back we need F35. We have also the folded up. It's a stun baton. It's supposed to like stun, has like well, an EMP type thing that discharges and disables perpetrators, the perps. Alright, so that goes over there. This goes... Did I miss? Nope. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so that slides. That's nice. We have a sliding thing, which is... well, something. And that goes... one goes here. Oh, wait. That's alternates. No, wait, no. That is actually how it's supposed to go. Never mind. So that is another... This is F32. And that goes top side over here. What I'm gonna do though is... Let me see these. Oh, it is. Fine, never mind. That goes into here and over there. There we go. So, well, that's locked in place. What the hell? Yeah, it says push it up. So basically now this is kind of, you can't. Well, you can, but you have to like remove this piece to be able to break this. Oh, never mind. It works. My bad. That was... yeah, it works fine. Ignore the previous comment. Alright, so that's the shield. This attaches to the arm. You'll see that in a minute. You'll see that over there. This is the opened up version, so if you want to like beat some protesters on the head or something, I don't know. Yeah, there were people protesting like the advancement of AI in that show, I believe, back in the 90s. You got more stuff here, so you got the revolver, and you got that thing here, so remove that, pop the head. Actually, just check this out first. So, push this off, push the head out, might need a bit of help. Stab and twist. Like a knife. Well, this is a knife. Technically. Okay, maybe too much effort. I'm stabbing and I'm twisting and it won't come off. Is that even right? So, 1, 2, oh, there we go. And then 3, like so. Oh, that's why. That's why they give you a spare. They give you a spare of these because you are going to put your fingers on there and kind of push it off. So you can have an alternate face where you have this over here like that. But we're gonna do the regular face for now. We just demonstrated that we could have an alternate face if we felt like it, but we're gonna have the regular old face here. Alright. Okay, so we got all the pieces assembled, more or less. This is just explanation, blah blah blah. Alright, so now some ASMR, whatever. Alright, so now we're at the long-awaited assembly and review. Yay, we made it to the end. So yeah, we finished building the 1/48 scale AV-98 Plus kits from Bandai 2026 from the Patlabor EZ8 or EZY-8 from American. So we start with one leg, and we try to make it focus on leg. There you go. They focus on leg 2. Stand, please. There we go. And then we get a body, like so. So this one just plops in there. So I might wanna do this, I guess. So like when you push, you're not like hurting the axle. Okay, then that was a gap. I think this is a... Yeah, no. How am I supposed to do this? Because it very easily comes off. Yeah, so one side pushes the other one out. The heck? It does not seem very... Like if I push this side... Oh, there we go. You're gonna have to wiggle that in. Okay, if I push too hard on this side, this one comes out. We're already finding this is a fatal flaw right here. Did I assemble this wrong? Let's see here. No? Yeah, the little hole here points towards the front. That is correct. Why the hell? Okay, let's assume this is fine. It's a bit wobbly. It's kind of a problem. If you push this in too far, it will push out the other one, which I don't think is the intent here. Anyway, we got ourselves this thing. So far, very nice. And then we add an arm. As we saw earlier, there's some calisthenics involved. So I don't have any focus here, but there's like a kind of a half moon thing here. So it's also like a half moon thing here. So you have to like push it this way on, and then it locks in there, so it doesn't come off. This is like nice. It took them like what, 50 years of making plastic models to figure this one out. Well, they did the same thing on the torso joint, which is very good because it helps with the you just push that in and there. Now, of course, like if you raise your arms like this, there's a chance that it'll come off, but like otherwise it kind of locks. This kind of locking thing probably has a name, and I'm pretty sure it exists in lots of like engineering type documents, books and things. Yeah, it's taking shape. Look at that. There's a bit of a gap here and there that's forming because as I'm like moving these parts together, they're kind of creaking. That the hip part is a bit annoying, to be honest. Alright, and then the shield goes here, I guess. It goes on the back here. I think it has, no, only this, the left arm has the dimples for the shield. And finally, the head. There we go. Look at this handsome fella. I don't think it's called, no, I don't think the name is Alphonse again. But this is AV-98Plus. Does it say that it has a... Did you give it a nickname? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it has a nickname. Nah, okay. It's 40 years old now. Oh, right. Also, this thing here, our little thingamajig. What are you doing? There we go. For our revolver, goes clips in there. Normally, there we go. Revolver in a little compartment there. And it opens. What the hell? And it seems to clip against the thing on the bottom. There's some work to be done here. But we have a little mechanism here. We have our spice rack in the legs for the extra bullets. Yeah, so anyway, this is the, yeah, there it is. The AV-98Plus Ingram. That's the model, which apparently is I think, if I recall, that's an Israeli submachine gun name. All the Japanese boy just use that name. Oh, it sounds strong. Let's just use that. Nothing, I think, related to what's going on. Let me just get all the parts. Alright, so review time, I guess. Alright, so this is the thing. It's built to 1/48 scale. I found the other stuff I have for size comparison. This is also 1/48 scale. This is from the live action movie that came out a few years ago, I think like 2016, well, 10 years. 2016, I don't know, like a while ago. So this one, okay, it's missing the housing over the joints. Like they give you like thin plastic tube to kind of crumple over the things. I didn't do that when I built this one. This is also kind of real grade quality-ish. it has similar quality. I mean, this one has a little more detail, a little bit more mechanical. This one's a bit more up to date, but this one is still very good if you manage to get your hands on it. This is the live action one. It has like more realistic kind of things to it instead of this your typical anime feat for robots, or for mechas, which is very stumpy and whatnot. This the exact same size, so the scale is correct. Look at that, very nice. This one also has a, well, it has also, it doesn't come with a pilot, I don't think, I can't remember, but it also has the cockpit which opens, and you have a very nice looking seat in there in the back. It does not pop up, I think. No, it doesn't rise up. I do have a second one of these. I need to rebuild it live. I built this one quite a while ago. That was before I was live streaming. So I need to make a build out of this. Oops, let's not break it now. Ah, come on. Well, okay. Now it won't fit back in place. There we go. And there we go. You stand here. It also has, oops, a revolver in the side thing, but it's a bit jankier, I guess. It's not as polished as the other one. But yeah, this one is like, I like this design better than, well, this is like an updated design. This is like the classic design. I like both, but this one is like, if you want realistic looking mechas, this one works very well. It has detail and stuff. But this is not a review of this one, just want to show like, yeah, this exists. And it has somewhat articulated hands in there. So it's kind of sad that the other one does not. Does it? There we go. It does have a hand that kind of pops out. Do both do it? I can't remember. Oh, just the other one. Shield still, very nice head, antennas, everything. Moving flaps on the shoulders though, which is kind of, I guess, goes above what this one does. So yeah, like if they, like when I built this, I don't know if I built it live or not. I don't think I did. But I can't even remember anymore. But this, I felt like this is what a real great Patlabor kit should be like. Like you add extra details. You don't necessarily have to be 100% faithful to the original anime, like the classic shape that we see here. But it would be nice if like you updated, like you added like details like these rack things, all these like small details everywhere. Like all the pistons and stuff in the leg, the shock absorbers, the things, like much of the details like hidden here, because this is like the classic anime look, so it's like it's much how to put it, it's stylized. Okay, fall back. I don't think this one has any kind of gimmick in the battery pack there. Alright, so let's put that over there. Oops. Okay, I keep falling. It's quite old. The joints in the legs are a bit loose, but it's probably because I didn't use the tubing for the thing. Okay, that stays over there. But this one, let's do the review of this thing. So yeah, we're starting with the legs. The feet here have very slight, oops, very slight, and this popped off already. Nah. You do have some movement in the ankle, let's not overdo it. I'm not sure if these are jets, like assisted for like leaping and stuff. Like, I feel like that's the thing in the anime. For like doing certain jumps, basically to assisting in rolling around. The lore is that this can do anything a human can do, like movement-wise, but it would destroy the mechanical components, because a human this size, which is like, would crumble in its own weight, especially this one's metal, so it will get severely damaged. Like everything, the whole inner frame would have to be replaced or something from the damage. But it can mimic human movement, which it, I guess, can. So we have double jointed knees, which go quite a bit. You can do stuff like this. I guess, which I don't think it's ever. You can't raise your leg that high. You can't do a split because this thing kind of gets in the way. I showed this earlier, but like the kind of weird bug, I guess. If you push this in too hard, I think it pushes the other one out. Oh, wait, it's not doing it anymore. I don't know what's going on. We do have like lots of like weird articulations here in the thigh here. It kind of does this. It has a little bit of a joint in here that gives it an extra bit of motion. Your knee is double jointed, nothing fancy about this. The left side doesn't have a... Oh, wait, it does? No, it does not. It doesn't have... The left compartment doesn't open. You have the spice racks on the inner leg. Well, inner... lower leg, essentially for the bullets. It's a spice rack because I've had a spice rack that did this. Like, you open it and it kind of folds out the various spice bottles. Except you would have to do something like this. Like in the middle of battle, you're like, oh, stop, wait, I need to like get my bullets. And you pick out your bullets. And then you reload. Usually, like originally, the bullets were kept like on the deployment vehicle, the thing that like carried around like the truck, the flatbed truck that like, I forget, it had a name, but that had all the bullets in there, and reloading meant like putting your weapon there and having someone manually reload it. But I don't know why they have the bullets now in the inner leg. I need to watch the anime for that. We do have the mechanism that we were playing around with earlier. Like, it's a bit weird. There we go. But yeah, it's kind of clipping against this. I need to adjust this a bit somehow. This needs to be a bit more of a gap there. And yeah, there we go. It pushes the revolver up so that you can like, then that's one of the like quick draw gimmick, like the gunslinger type sheriff thing, the Wild West themes. So it's like quick draw, so like this opens, the arm shoots down, grabs the revolver, and fires essentially. That's the like Dirty Harry type. You know the deal, like the old school hard-boiled cop type situation thing. But yeah, that's kind of the gimmick. Except it has that gimmick in both arms. Aliens, bro. But yeah, you get the idea. So, push that back. It's nice how like easy these move. This older model had some... Actually, no. Let's bring in this one. This is the master grade version of the patrol. This is vehicle free, I think. I don't have all the... Yeah, you have the headgear things here. It's missing one of the rabbit ears. I think it fell off. Oops. And also, it has problems, which this one kind of solves. This is going nowhere. This one's like very heavy. It has metal parts, screws and whatnot in there. And one of the issues is that the spine connector thing constantly just falls out. It's supposed to clip in there, but I think it is just loose over time. And also has rubber, as you can see here. This is rubber, so they could have. It wouldn't have been too difficult for them to give us the same thing. This one fits. This one is. It works like the way it is designed. Like there's an inner mechanism and a rubber housing on top of it. That would have worked just fine. This thing is very creaky, by the way. Also has mechanism. Look at that. And the revolver, if I recall. Oops. Does it? Oh no, it does not. The revolver doesn't revolve, but it does pop off, I guess, if you need to reload. Except this one, the revolver does revolve. I'm kind of doing a comparison of the old and the new. It has like features of the master grade in it. Ah, come on, just get back in there. Don't fall off now. It has elements of the master grade, which is nice. Very nice. This one closes and opens very nicely. And lots of nubs on this one. This is like, I built this very long. Ow, crud. The kneecap doesn't move. And this side doesn't. And this is fixed in place. This doesn't move. Yeah, it has some upgrades over the master grade version. But this one is very, very old. Also. And it's kind of falling apart a bit. But yeah, it does, just to show that there could have been, and there's these antennas on the sides, which I think this one is missing. Yeah, this one is missing. These like details. This is unit 3, you can see a number 3 on there, kind of. This is falling apart. Yeah, very creaky. And does not have, oops, this one just like pops off and flies off. It doesn't have like that small detail of the so-called floodlights. Let's pop that back on. Let's go on with the comparison. I went to the hips. We have this little thing here, which is swappable. Not easily swappable, but swappable. Oh, hold on, is it swappable? Oh, is it? Oh, it does. So you can just like pop this off. I kept it in the plastic bag because I didn't want to deal with it. But you get basically this long cable, which is gray instead of black. I guess you need to paint this. But essentially you can like assemble this and that and kind of replace this thing. And this is basically like there's a trailer hitch thing, well, a hitch. Essentially like a pulley system. You kind of see the hook on here. That's the same hook over there. So basically you can like pretend you're hauling things. For now, we're just gonna leave that in there, or try to put it back. I don't know if this is gonna work. There we go. It's easy to take out, so yeah, you can swap this out. I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna save this in the plastic bag forever, so it's not get lost. The torso has decent amount of movement. I can't remember how many points of. I think there's a couple of points of articulations in here. Let me just twist that up. So move it 180 degrees and lift. So yeah, the torso does have some amount of articulation here. So yeah, you got like a big tough thing here. And it's kind of locked in place though. Let's do that again. So you can just put that back on there and twist. So yeah, it is kind of blocked by this hard plastic. You can't really do a whole lot of movement, but it's there. It's like a very slight movement, essentially. You do have a cockpit area here, which opens. Open. Well, that was interesting. How are you gonna open? There we go. Like so, and like so. And you can see our pilot in there, which is not the main character. I'm guessing the main character is female in the show. This guy has a... Unless it's like... I don't know. Could be realistic. That the... it looks kind of like a guy in here. Alright, so we got this guy in there. Oh, he's popped up. So in the back here, there's a little gimmick. You can remove the battery pack, and there's a switch, kind of. Well, not exactly a switch, but basically you need to pull this down, and you can lower the pilot down. This little thing goes down here, so it covers his head. There's decent detail inside the cockpit, but there's no screens, if I recall this thing. Yeah, you can kind of see here just in front of the pilot. Yeah, if you can see that. Right there, this big old block here. That's a bunch of screens in front of the pilot's face. It seems like they got rid of this in the new design in favor of like a VR headset type thing. Pop that, do this, get that in there. Very squeaky. Squeaky plastic. There we go. Very old kit. Alright, so you can lower the guy in there. And yeah. Alright, so that's for the chest. Like it has a decent amount of inner mechanical details when you look into it. It's hidden, of course, by the outside, but still, it's nice to know that it's there. You can pop the battery back on. The battery pack, which is smaller, I think. Might be a little... It's a little more, like, sleeker, I guess, compared to the old one. It has that little detail thing, at least. They kept that one, so that's nice. The little thing in the back is still here. I think they all had... No, this one doesn't have it. Of course. I need to go back and like one day finish all these. Oops. Stay there. We talked about the arms. The arms are normal, I guess. Decently articulated. The wrist turns. This gimmick here, where the hands comes out. You have a shield here with this little thing here where the basically that's one thing that's shown in the anime. Like this pops out violently like that, and you can then they can grab onto the handle with the other hand. So it's like really nice visuals. You can grab onto it, basically remove it. We have a separate piece here, like you can pose it, like with it's like deployed essentially. This is like the umbrella is folded, the umbrella is open. It's not an umbrella, you get the idea. So I think I'll just leave it like that. Just clip it back on here. That's a very nice little mechanical detail. I've been like seeing a lot of real grade shields kind of like skimping on this detail, like moving parts in the shield basically. Like early real grade would have like ratchet systems, all sorts of like interesting gimmicks in the shield. At least this one's trying a little bit. That's nice. Let's pop that back on. It's staying. Yep. Arms are fine. Nothing extraordinary about it, not huge range of motion. You do have, let me just close this again. Very nice. Come on, you can do it. Okay, maybe you need to do this. Like this one first, and then that one. Which I think they're reversed of. No, this one first. There we go. So the top part first and the bottom. You do have decent, like there's a nice little gimmick in the upper body well, like the support for the arm is like interesting. It's like it was very fun to build. You can't see it anymore here, but it's like it has two supports, which is very nice. There's two like points of, well, basically two fixed points essentially that move to give this very slight shoulder rotation, shoulder cuff rotation. What else? Shoulder. Oh yeah, the shoulder here it has a very stiff end bit that moves, and that's one of the major changes, I guess, from the original design. Is that it used to be like this. That's the original thing. This one is more like the Zero, I think. Like the prototype that shows up as the antagonist later on. That's more like this kind of like swept back design. I guess they swapped the shoulder pads, I guess. Another thing this thing has that I think most of the others don't have is they're calling these floodlights, but these are red. Floodlights normally would be white. Like, what would you flood the area with, like red light? These pop out, which is interesting and kind of fun. And also interesting is those neck pistons. You can see them move all over the place. Which is very fun and very nice. The head has like lots of range of motion. And it's very solid. Unlike these two where the rabbit ears are always falling off. This one's very nice and solid. I showed this earlier, but you can swap the face plate for one with like a protective cover. I guess to protect the sensitive equipment, the sensors that are all in the head. There's probably sensors everywhere else, but I think there's like more sensors up there for some reason. But you can protect the main camera, I guess, from bright lights and debris and stuff. Normally that should be part. You can kind of see the shield kind of poking out from here. That should be part of that and just like flips up when needed. But I guess they couldn't like fit it in there, so they had to like give you a separate face shield that we need to swap out. The rabbit ears are just rabbit ears. There's no moving parts to them, but it's nice that they're here. And that's it. I think that's pretty much it. A nice little star here. They all have a similar star to some degree. But yeah. Anyway, that's what we have. That was the real grade. Did I forget anything? Oh, right. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, let's just take a look at the revolver here. Revolve that. Remove this. It is also a little bit more stable on its feet, I'm gonna say. So the hand here, just like you can slide off the front part. Oh, hold on. Okay. Nope. Come on now. You can slide off the fingers. And you can put that on there. There we go. Fits in very snugly. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about this kit is you do not get articulated fingers, which is kind of a waste. The Master Grade has it to some extent. This one has it as well. Not super articulated, but like fairly articulated. Articulated enough that you can do a few interesting things with it. It's not too bad. At least they should have given us the option of articulation rather than just remove it completely, just give it a fixed exposed hands. You do get 7 hands three pairs of like, there's fists, there's like this one for holding the baton there. You get both hands, you can hold it in either hand, so you can, it's 3mm, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's 3mm, so you can use any 3mm type thing. It's like an incline, so you can like smack them on the head better. So if you have like a 3mm is like standard for a lot of model kit stuff, especially from Japan. So you have to pry that open a little bit. We'll wiggle that in there. Actually pry this out a little more. Like so. And there we go. That becomes our baton to like jam into not enemy, but like, what do you call them? Suspects? Perpetrators? Basically people you want to people in the laborers you want to, the other mechas you want to stop. You just jam it in there, EMP, shuts them down, and you can make your arrest. What else? Oh yeah, this is a vehicle. So, fun fact, you have headlights, turn signals, you have a space here for a license plate. You do have the sticker for the license plate available here. As you can see, it's like one of those special license plates that police get. They have like fewer numbers than regular people. You have like brake lights. Important when you know you need to like slow down. Let's mention about, what is this? Actually, you do not have, because this is real grade, you do not have like an ugly hole for like a 3mm hole for, oh, you need to flip it over. Got it. So you do have a gimmick back here for the, you pop that out. Normally this is a kind of a, it's kind of elaborate to like hide the action base hole. So the action base hole is actually on the inside of this part. You need to flip it over and put it back in here and just push it back up and then pop that back on. Now you have a hole here for the action base that you normally don't need to use. This is 3mm, so yeah, you can have this. Okay, it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit, no, not this one. Let's try, do I have, yeah, I do. Let me just get this on here. This isn't like, this isn't a Gundam. This is more realistic than Gundam. But basically, you can have, if you need to do some like dynamic posing, you do have the option to like add an action base in the back. It almost fits exactly. Yeah, the height is correct almost for these kinds of bases that you get. I forget what it's called, but this is somewhat of a standard base. BA0 or AB0AB. I have no idea. 0AB. No, B is 0. There it is. Base action 0. I'm guessing. Right. So that goes there. So let me just flip that over again. Make it go down. Pop it out. Push it in. Up again. Which is interesting. There you go. And now it's like hidden. Not a a very visible hole. This one doesn't have a hole in the back. I don't think that's... I need to check, like, I need to watch the anime, to be honest. Alright, the anime just came out, like, recently, and I think it only, like, had, like, a release in theaters, not TV or some such. I need to look for it. You know, as we do. Yeah, the revolver revolves, which is nice. Oh, this is coming off a bit too easy. I have a little notch here. Very easy action pose here. Very nice though. Yeah, you do have a lot of stickers, so you have all the badging for special vehicles 2, Division 2, hold on. It's SV2, Special Vehicles 2, Division 2. Division 1 is the elites of the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, Special Vehicle Section Number 2, Division 2. So, SV2. That's why you have the number 2 here. So you can like put the badging all over the place. You have your badging guide. Important note. Well, compared to like, not important, but just a note that compared to, oh, there we go. We had like more. You have like more, I guess, brake lights at the bottom. For people at the ground level. But yeah, this thing it's a vehicle, so you have your license plate, a bunch of warnings, all the stuff. Police, essentially the mobile police, or is it just police? I forget. So yeah, you can have white stickers should be applied with assembly. What? Within should be applied with assembly. What does that mean? Inside the right leg. What are you talking about? Oh, these ones are meant to be during assembly, like on the, which did that one already. So basically, like very little badging compared to, say, a Gundam, which would have like a large sheet and like just warning labels all over the place. But yeah, there you go. This has been the build review, and yeah, kinda it's alright. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed that with the hands, and I feel like it's very. They tried to make it as much as possible like the original. So it's not a refresh. It's not like they don't add like new gimmicks to it. It's not like this one, which I was like, some people hate this one, but I really like it. It feels more real mecha type compared to this one. This one's like very anime mecha, 90s anime mecha, with all the interesting bits being covered up by large things, large plastic bits. This one is like more realistic. I like this. I like this. This is nice. So if they remade this one as a real grade and like added extra details, kept the articulated hands, added, well, this one's already fairly detailed to begin with. The only difference is like extra mechanisms, like for the this thing doesn't automatically pop out when you open this. And actually, I feel like this thing has like two, if I recall, this thing has like two different sizes of revolvers. With a smaller revolver because it needs to fit in here. Yeah, the live action movie was kind of like B grade type thing. It wasn't the most, like there's very little scenes with the mecha itself. There's nothing It's like crazy that they made it. Well, this is more interesting than the movie. You could watch. It's like, I think it's like 40 minutes. It's not even like a full-length movie. But yeah, there's a live action thing, and this came out of it, which is pretty darn good. It would be nice if this was like made more real. It's already like pretty decent. Like lots of like way more moving parts than this one. It feels like. But if this was like retooled, it has different colors. I guess this one is more dark. But yeah, I like this. I also like this. I hope they make more. The other. I haven't seen again. I haven't seen the anime yet. I'll try to do that as soon as I can. And I do hope they make the other labors as well in real grade, and not just like stop at this one. Alright, that's pretty much it. Otherwise I'm gonna just keep rambling. Yeah, this is a fun kit. Get it if you can. If you can't, well, that's okay, I guess. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, this is a very nice AV-98Plus Ingram. Does it say Ingram? It doesn't say Ingram. Oh, it does say Ingram. It's an Ingram Plus. I guess the plus part is the shoulders. Otherwise, it's almost identical to the original. Minus I guess there's extra compartments here and there. But yeah, fun kit. Very nice build. Took a bit longer because the cat kept interrupting. Very nice action pose. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it like that for a little bit. Thank you all for watching. I don't know if Nicholas is still here. Thanks for dropping by. And I'm gonna see you probably next week with another build. Unless I do something else in the meanwhile. I should probably do some gaming because I haven't done any of that in a while. I'm gonna get rusty. Alright. That's the AV-98Plus. Alright, you get the whole thing in the screen. It's making rest. Very nice. Alright, thank you all for watching. Oh, you had lower viewership than yesterday's. I don't know why I did wrong, but this has been the build of kit from 2026 by Bandai RG Real Grade AV-98Plus from Patlabor. I keep saying Patlabor because that's what we used to say when I was a kid. Patlabor EZY. I'm saying EZY in my head. EZY. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm gonna get out of here. Bye for now.
From YouTube, Nerd on the Internet said thanks all for watching. We made it through. From Twitch, Nekora Core said hi sorry. From Twitch, Nekora Core said I'm back. From Twitch, Nekora Core said I saw briefly a Gundam. From Twitch, Nekora Core said drop in half. From Twitch, Nekora Core said laughing my ass off. From Twitch, Nekora Core said LUL. From Twitch, Nekora Core said good work. From Twitch, Nekora Core said it looks great. S. From Twitch, Nekora Core said D. From Twitch, Nekora Core said bye bye waving hand.
Be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss now. Screw wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I wish I knew.
From Twitch, Nerd on the Internet said lol. Oh well.